welcome to Bourbon and a Baby. My name is Jay and this is Max. And today we are going to talk about baby bottles. A flashback to before Max was born, my wife and I were working on our registry for her baby shower. And one of the things that we wanted to put on there were bottles. And we figured no big deal, we'll just go to the store, see what they have, we'll pick some, and that'll be that. But then, being absolutely clueless about knowing anything about bottles, we show up to the store and we see how many different bottles there are, different sizes, different styles, all these, they say different things on them, and we were totally overwhelmed. So now that I'm a little over a year into this baby bottle thing, I want to give you a little bit of advice. So each bottle I talk about are only bottles that we've actually used. So there are tons of different brands out there and different types of bottles that I will not mention because we haven't used them. So I'm just going to give you my thoughts on the brands that we have used. All right, and I'm going to start first with an infant baby bottle. This particular one here is Spectra. That's the brand. And this actually came with my wife's breast pump. Spectra was the brand of her pump, and this bottle was great. We absolutely loved these bottles, but we only had two, one for each side of the pump. But the nipples on them held up really well. These didn't leak at all. Max took to them very, very well, and absolutely highly recommend the Spectra bottle. See, Max is having memories right now. He liked it too. Quick side note about nipples for baby bottles. There are different sizes. Again, something I had no idea about before being a parent. So most of them, if you buy a bottle new, will come with size 1. That's what you're using for your infant. And then they go up size 2, size 3, size 4, and so on. So make sure that you check. If you have an infant, you're not using like a size 3 or 4 nipple, because that's gonna be too much for them. And make sure that you're progressing as your child grows as well. We were given some hand-me-down bottles at one point, and we would use them kind of as extras here and there, like in our diaper bags and stuff. And unbeknownst to us, we were using a bottle with a size 3 nipple on it, and Max kept choking a lot as he was drinking, and we're like, this is so weird, he never does this. And then come to find out, it was because the nipple was too big. You waving, Max? So thanks to my sister, shout out to my sister. She was the one that pointed that out to us. And so now we know, and now you know. All right, next up, still in infant bottles, we have these Avent brand bottles here. Again, these also, they didn't come with our breast pump, they didn't come with my wife's breast pump, but they fit it. And I believe we got these as a sample in our Amazon registry gift box. I'm pretty sure that's where we got these from. But again, very similar to the Spectra, just a different kind of a size, a little thicker, but a really good latch system, and a nipple that, again, Max was able to take to. And my biggest key when it comes to baby bottles is that they don't leak. And so that one didn't leak or anything like that. It held up really well, and I really liked to use those as well. So strong recommend for the Avent brand bottles. Again, last up for infant bottles, this Lansinoh brand bottle here. This also came as a free sample from something, I don't remember what. But again, they worked great. Absolutely loved these. They don't leak. Max never got too much air from them. on any of the previous ones I mentioned either. He took to it really well. He still likes this one. Every once in a while, we'll still use this to give him water or juice because he's still struggling a little bit with the sippy cup. So we kind of will bust this one out and throw some water in it, and you know he still really likes it. He's kind of hoping that there's water in there right now. So again, thumbs up to the Lansinoh. And Lansinoh they make a lot of great products. They're a really strong baby product brand in general, is Lansinoh. Okay, and at a certain point past the infant stage, you need to kind of up the size of your bottle because your baby's going to be drinking more. So that's where these came in. These are a Tommee Tippee brand. We had registered for these, and remember, like I said, when we registered, we had no idea what we were doing. We just kind of picked these, and you know, we were lucky enough to get them as a gift for my wife's baby shower. That being said, I hate these bottles. My wife is okay with them. She uses them. I do not like them. I avoid them as much as possible. And I'll tell you why. One, when you close it and to shake it up, because when you mix formula, you're doing a lot of shaking. Sometimes I would have it leak out from the seal here, even if I would close it really tight. So that bothered me. And then there is this. If you look at the nipple here, and you can kind of see how wide of an opening this bottle is, which is actually great how wide of an opening that is. That's really nice when you're scooping formula in. But the bad thing about that is that, so it's a really big wide nipple as well, and there's something about that, and maybe it's just Max, but when he is sucking on this bottle, a lot of times he'll just kind of let it run out of his mouth. So it'll leak from his mouth a lot. When we use other bottles, that never happens. You know, maybe every once in a while. Happens almost every time with these. And there's also this thing here, and I'm sure this is there for a reason. This little thing here for, you know, make sure some type of airflow or something. Who knows what the actual cause of it is. But if you're cleaning and somehow that gets like gets maybe pushed inside out, or it just isn't closed up properly, the milk or formula will leak out of that as well. So that's like 3 different places that these potentially leak from. So I strongly do not recommend. Now Tommee Tippee has other types of bottles. I don't know about those. This one in particular, I don't like. Ours came in a pack of several different colors. So this one's like a light blue, there's a dark blue, there's like a pink one, I think. There's like an orange and a yellow one. So yeah, if you come across those, my personal experience, I don't recommend them. But again, well, I know why. My wife likes them, and her reason for liking these is that they're easier to clean than the next bottle I'm going to show you. And that is true. I will give them credit for that. They are a lot easier to clean, and a lot of that's because that opening is so wide. So it's really easy to get in there and clean. So that is a positive about it. Okay, last up is Dr. Brown's. This is Dr. Brown's Natural Flow is what it says on the front there. This bottle I love. This is my favorite, especially of the bigger bottles. The reason that my wife prefers the other bottle to this is that this one is a little bit more difficult to clean, and it has a couple of extra parts. So she doesn't like it for that reason, and she prefers to use those Tommee Tippees. I don't care about that. Even though she probably cleans these more, I still clean them, and I don't have a problem cleaning these. I'll clean these all day because I get absolutely no leakage whatsoever, whether it's from the seal, from the nipple, or out of Max's mouth when we use these. So I'll kind of show you, this is just a cap. You want the cap? But so yeah, it is a smaller, if you compare it to that Tommee Tippee, a much smaller nipple. So it kind of maintains its form. It doesn't lose anything, and it doesn't leak. But it does have a couple different parts. So it has this thing in the middle, and it's actually two pieces. It's this piece and this piece. So this is what my wife is talking about. She doesn't like cleaning all these different pieces or putting them together. But I don't think it's that bad. But another negative, I will say, it is a very small opening. So that's not much bigger than the size of the scoop of your formula. So you have to be a little bit more careful. You can't really scoop it in one-handed if you're holding the baby at the same time. Otherwise you're gonna spill that formula, and we all know formula is expensive and we don't want to waste any of it. But again, once this is all together and sealed and you shake it up, never once had it leak from the seal. When Max is drinking out of it, never once had it leak out of his mouth or from the nipple. There's no extra hole in the nipple like on that Tommee Tippee. So this is my absolute favorite bottle. This gets I highly recommend from me. Max likes them, but again, the only reason my wife tends to avoid them is because of all the extra stuff you have to clean. I get it, that is a pain, but I think it's worth it to not have it leak. Okay, so those are the only bottles that I have experience with. Like I said, tons of other bottle brands out there. Let me know in the comments. Do you have any experience with these? What are your thoughts? Also, what brands am I missing that you preferred? Is there anything out there that you would recommend to me and to new parents across the board? Thanks a lot for watching. If you found this video useful, please give it a thumbs up. Also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. That really helps us out a lot. You can follow Max and myself on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We are at Bourbon and a Baby, and we also have a shop on Spreadshirt. I will put the link in the description below. You said thanks for watching. Say bye.